If it's still light out where you are, savor it, because starting tomorrow, it's going to be getting a little bit darker an hour earlier. Daylight saving time ends tonight, and right now we've got some tips for how to fall back with our health in mind. Michael Grandner is a clinical psychologist and the director of sleep and health research program at the University of Arizona. Michael, thank you for joining me. Listen, it's not as simple as just changing the clocks. Walk us through what actually happens to our bodies when the time changes.
So there's lots of different clocks, not just in your brain, but all throughout your body. And these clocks operate on rhythms that control everything from our blood pressure and heart rate to our metabolism to our immune system. And just like with jet lag, when our internal clock no longer matches the time in the external clock, then it creates some disruption that sometimes takes a little bit of time to resolve and get back in sync.
Now, what tips do you have for people with small children or pets to help make that transition a little bit easier?
Well, the first thing is they don't know about the time change. So you're just going to have to accept that they're going to be up around the same time that they usually are. They will adjust over time, though. So I guess expect at least a couple days of a little bit of disruption. So this time, they may be getting up a little bit earlier. So your opportunity to sleep in, take it if you can, but they may not.
Now, we get an extra hour of sleep tonight. That sounds fantastic. So what do you recommend people actually do tomorrow morning?
I would say the best thing to do is if you get a little bit of extra time to sleep, take it. But don't adjust your schedule dramatically. What you should do is then go to bed tomorrow at your regular time, go to bed the next day at your regular time, get up at the regular time. If you end up getting up a little earlier than intended, don't worry about it. Just go back to bed at your regular time. And within a day or two, it'll adjust. The problem is people tend to overcorrect. Don't overcorrect. Just maintain balance. And it's like setting a rhythm for your body. If you set that rhythm, you will follow it.
All right, Michael, this is a very big question here, okay? Some people think we should get rid of daylight saving time, and others think it should be permanent. Which side of the debate do you fall on? And please tell me why.
So, all right. So if you ask anyone in any of the scientific organizations, the organizations made up of the doctors and scientists who studied the data, they all say unanimously permanent standard time because first of all, you're not saving any daylight. It's the same amount of daylight. It's just where in the day is it? Do you put a little more daylight earlier in the day or a little more daylight later? Now, as a former New Yorker and somebody who grew up in parts of the country where, it stinks going home in the dark at the end of the day, especially if you're waking up in the dark to go to work. But at the same time, if you look at the data, actually moving the light a little earlier, when you track it, there's less accidents in the morning, kids are getting to school when it's a little lighter out, mood is better, and health is overall a little bit better. So I totally understand that the people who are like, well, I want it as late as possible because, it's more fun that way and it's more positive coming home in the light. But if you actually look at the data, it seems like the shifting the light a little earlier with permanent standard time is actually what people will end up liking in the long run.
Okay, and I think I'm with them myself. Michael Grandner. Yeah. Let's get it going. Thanks a lot for that analysis. It was great having you on.
Awesome. Thank you.
You got it.